funny because it's not often I get to drive to work in the light anymore. Most of my starts are somewhere between 8 and 9 a.m. So been catching more of that weird dawn where it's just not bright enough. And I've been watching the sun come up while I'm at work, and yesterday I started driving home in the dark. And it was something, to tell you the least. Up in Whitehorse, our shortest day is like 3 hours. I remember going to school and it's pitch black. I remember coming home from school and it's pitch black, and that was sort of the norm. And it's not a comfortable norm. It's not what humans are really designed for, built for, meant for. Having no sunshine in our life is absolutely disastrous, to say the least. And so, right now, we're dealing already with sort of that heavy darkness, gloom, and doom that's going on around in the world, and even worse yet, we're in the middle of a portal where we're supposed to be coming to realizations, awareness of ourself, an awakening, beginning life in a whole new way, into a whole new format, to a whole new evolution. Ghosts everywhere today. So, everyone's feeling the weight of a double whammy hitting themselves, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and as a result, physically. All four of the major forms of ourselves are under great duress right now, trying to keep up with this incredible movement of energy that we have to go through right now. And it's understandable why there's some frayed edges and some cracked bits here and there. People are having a hard time embracing change and transformation when everything around them looks so much in the darkness. But remember that the I Ching delights. It's about delighting in the goodness of making things better. It's about delighting in improving ourselves. There's a saying that goes around every now and again. Strong times make weak men make poor times make strong men make good times. And this is a fairly consistent cycle that you'll see in almost every major nation's history, human history in general. We go through ebb and flow, a pendulum swing from good to bad, and thus in ourselves change from reacting to the good and reacting to the bad. Now, this pendulum swing began hard on us earlier this year, and now we're at the portal where we have to make a choice about what direction we want to take ourselves forward next. Today's 12/12, the inverse of 12 being 21, 9 days away. 9 days being one of my favorite numbers of power too. I like numbers, I like playing with numbers. Don't understand them half as much as I wish I did. But I know the capacity that can be found, the energy potential between two things, like a 12/12 and a 12/21. The portals are starting to open into gateways and doorways, and options for people to transform themselves forward through are starting to be revealed. And I'm expecting over the next 9 days, there's going to be a lot of these gates opening up for some of us. Some will get them early, some will get them later. That changes. Each one of us are on our own journey, and we can't control that. But what we can control is how we react when we get to those doorways. Trying to hold the truth out, trying to avoid change, trying to prevent evolution forward, it's almost never worked in all of our history. We have to let ourselves move forward. However, as we move forward, all we're doing is realizing that there are new understandings that we have to incorporate into our day-to-day life and routine. It's not necessarily saying that we ourselves have to change irreversibly, unless it's changing out of actions of hate, violence, or other things that are otherwise an affront to the free will of others. All it's saying is, make yourself aware of the new environment that you are in and react to that new environment. React to the situation as it is around you and delight in the revealing of the truth of it. Now, Eclipse will hit us on Monday, timing in conjunction with the new moon. I called the portal period 21 days though, not 14. So some of us will be in this journey, in this transformation right to the very end. Some of us may be even holding gates to the very end to try and make sure other people scuttle through. But remember, this resolved change of mind has to take place on or before the 21st. You have to have, I hate to use it, New Year's revolutions or this concept of the new you, at least mostly ready for regular duty and regular service on the 21st. That way you're stepping into your Christmas festivities, whatever they may be, as your new, true self, your natural self, your self that will express itself fully and thoroughly in all of its actions and all of its movements. This is to bring out a confidence in you, a capacity to speak your mind and speak your truth and speak your understandings without hesitation, without doubt. It's meant to make you a deeper piece of the reality and of the universe that we are all existing within. And it encourages you to acknowledge where you fit in and where you belong in this puzzle that we have called life. Now, this may all sound honky-dory, okay, easier said than done BS, but it very much does come from each individual steady action. If you know that you're supposed to be getting yourself into a healthier frame of mind, and that journaling helps you get to that healthier frame of mind, then every morning or every night you have to journal. After you wake or before you sleep, whatever it needs to be, but make it consistent. My big thing in the last few weeks has been eating on a regular basis. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot my insure this morning. Oops. Anyway, I'll fix that later. Today's a cheat day. Today's an off day. Today's a very off day. Saw it coming in last night. I wasn't ready. I'm not ready. Neither here nor there, though. I'm going to deal with it. I'm going to recognize what routines and what schedules have been keeping me good, and I'm going to keep to those. I'm going to get my food in me today. It might be a little bit later, but, I can deal with a little bit of fasting now and again. I'm supposed to be starting to work out, though. Hell, a card called me out last night on working on my physical body, and well, the original plan was I was going to have a gym in the basement, so it'd be easy as fuck. No one ever told me the gym was ready, though, so now instead I get to figure it out on my own time. Once again, it's on me to make the work happen. I can't expect it to fall into my lap from anywhere else. Spiritual transformations and encouragements are usually in the meditation, the yogas, the delving into esoteric understanding, things that help you to understand your place not as a physical being, but as a pattern of purpose within the world. I was going to say program of purpose, but I like pattern better. The mental well-being, we talk about diary writing, but you know what? For some people, it is sports and competition. I like SimCity, personally. I like building systems and watching them run and work. It makes me feel cheerful. It makes me feel observational. And I do find falling into the observational mind is the best way for one to really work their mental mind. With the hearts, everybody's heart feeds differently. What I would recommend for all of us, making sure that our hearts are in good environments and with good peoples, that our hearts aren't being mistreated, abused, downtrodden, or overworked in any way or any form. Not letting our heart be taken advantage of. Being careful with the energy that we give out. Loving our heart. We'll get into this more into 2021, but talking about loving our heart and loving our shadow self comes in really heavily with us as well too. We have to be able to we really have to be able to look at ourselves in the mirror each and every day, look at all the pieces of ourselves and say, hey, I'm cool with that. And that takes time. Younger me would frustrate because there was qualities and bits that we knew didn't belong in what I was trying to be. And so as you grow, you'll recognize some of these things. And I encourage you, don't feel shame in your past, but rather acknowledge the need of the experience to help you understand and to help you learn and grow. Man, they call this a repair job? Good Lord. You have to allow yourself, get in the other lane, it's way smoother. You have to allow yourself, what's the word that somebody used? You have to give yourself the grace to go through lessons and learn from them. If you don't give yourself the grace, then your frustration with the moment will unravel any good lessons that you could usually take from it. I believe that's me covering the 4 bodies there. So, the long and the short-winded of this all just basically comes back to, you're being pushed to change. The things frustrating you, the things hurting you right now, you're being told to assess them very deeply and decide, do they belong in your universe? Because if not, there are doorways that will take you to places far, far away, available in abundance right now. All you have to do is take a step through them. Engage in new beginnings, engage in new starts, engage in new possibilities. And the most amazing thing will happen. Your life will start to take on a different story. The characters in your story will begin to change and have different words, different language, different understandings, and different gifts to share with you. The setting of your story will also change, becoming one maybe more accommodating to your needs, your desires, or providing the opportunities of growth by you placing yourself where that growth can actually best happen. And I think best of all, the mood of the story starts to change. Rather than seeing ourselves as, say, the downtrodden or the destined doomed of humanity, we start to see ourselves more as the heroes and heroines, the conquerors or victors, the successful protagonists of our stories and of our journeys. We want you all to be successful. We want you all to get through there. And we can't do it for you, but we can give you an understanding of the tools and maybe a life raft here and there to help carry you through properly. Just trust in yourself and your capacity to do this. All life is capable of growth. And as long as you let yourself believe in your own capacity to grow, there's no way you can't. Be safe, be well, take care of yourselves. And I'll say it one more time. The gateways are starting to open. If you are ready to get out of this portal and you understand what you need to do, step through your gateway. If you are still looking for a gateway and none is revealed yet, do not panic. You've got 9 days. And in the end, I will see you all on the other side, with much love and much joy that we have all carried forward together. For now, be safe, be well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.